What's good, world? It's your boy, Bears Prism Flemings, host of the Find Your Flow Show, a podcast dedicated towards creativity, authenticity, and expression. Be sure to follow us on all social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, and share. Today, we have Gulley, a producer, an engineer, DJ, executive producer, and art director from Detroit, Michigan.
Hey, fuck your summer, nigga, this my summer. Last time I went dumb, this time I'm going through the deep. I'm riding with the heat, she jump on the deep and ride me like a NASCAR Hellcat scat pack, bitch, I'm in a fast.
Be sure to follow him on all social medias and check out his most recent project, Gisette. Enjoy. What's good, world? It's your boy Prism, back at it again with another episode of the Find Your Flow podcast. On this episode, we got my brother from another, Gulley, right here. First off, it's his birthday, okay? We pulled up, you feel what I'm saying? Having a good time, celebrating life. My dog, how you living, bro?
I'm good, chilling.
Feel that shit. All right, bro. So on this day of birth, you feel what I'm saying? On this celebration of life, I just want you to talk to the people one time about who you are, what you do, for the people who may not be familiar with your work.
Well, my name's Gulley. Produce, engineer, DJ, executive produce, and art direct.
Splash. So, let me just say, I've known you for about a decade now. I said good decade. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro, because the growth that I've seen in you as an artist over the years it's mind-blowing. And it's funny because out of anybody maybe I've ever known, you've shown me the power of executing an idea into reality. And I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to creating, they might have a lot of things in their mind. They might feel like they can do a lot of things, but not everybody has not only the vision, but the plan to bring something together. So my first question that I want to ask you is, what's the vision, and then how do you turn it into a plan?
So you say, like, what's the vision? You mean, like, when you start, like, what's the vision? Alright, so, like, beginning stages?
Mm-hmm.
Inspiration, one. I don't know, whatever. I mean, if we talking specifically production or, just beats, I don't know, just start with being inspired by certain things, certain sounds, certain people, and then you just give it a go. But, I don't know. From the starting point, I don't know, it was just trying it out of love, you know what I mean? It wasn't more so just trying to do it for any specific reason, just because I was just simply interested in it. But I just kept going. I just never stopped. I just always tried to, like, find that specific sound. I mean, it's a few songs where I feel like I kind of got where I was looking for in sound, but at the end of the day, I'm still looking, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the fun of it. I don't know, if you down for, like, a never-ending journey, then I say go for it.
I feel that for sure. I definitely feel that, because I feel like the journey is kind of never ending, because even as you reach different successes or different plateaus or different understandings of yourself as an artist, it's like every time you get an answer, it just raises more questions. Every time you get a skill, it just kind of shows you new heights. So I remember that you just talked about inspiration kind of being the seed that starts the whole process. So what are some of your inspirations? What are some of the things that have kind of impacted you in a way to direct your artistic path? Not only as a producer, but because, you rap, you're a DJ, and I feel like you are someone who has curated his own sound and feeling into his music.
Well, mainly life, for sure, but, like, Animes, movies, scores, just seeing how the wind blows on a certain picture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just art. You know, like, I don't know. I just be trying to, like, a lot of times, like my goal is to score. So it's like, I just be trying to, like, make the sound of what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like me and the homies hanging out. You might hear that on the project. You know what I'm saying? Or like, if I'm in the park, you might hear that on the project. Or like, if I'm like overseas on the train or something, you might hear that type of aspect on it. I just be trying to like create the scene. You know what I mean? Like just be creating like little parts of my life that I just put through sound wise. You know what I mean? It's like a sound collage. Shit.
Real. So let me ask, when you were a young Gullington, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what were some of like maybe the animes or the music like that you grew up with that kind of still sticks with you to this day that were like really impactful?
Animes, yeah. Probably like Yu Yu Hakusho, Ronin Kenshin, Big O, Cowboy Bebop, of course.
Heaters.
Samurai Shampoo, of course, and then, you know, that goes into NutriBest, NutriBeast. I'm not 100%.
I never know myself.
I never know how I say his name, but Extreme, inspired by him. You know, of course, Dilla, Madlib, of course, you know, Pete Rock, Premier for sure, No ID, RZA was like mad producers, you know, rappers too, like, you know, it's Nas, you know, Bob James, Marvin Gaye, Gil Scott, Bobby Humphrey, like I can keep going for like.
I feel like low-key James Brown too.
James Brown. I mean, James Brown's one of those people where it was like I came into this world listening to that man's music. Like, it was like in the house. Like, it wasn't a choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, it would be hard to say you were hard to have the last name Gulley and not know who James Brown is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real. So in terms of, it kind of already sounds like in your family music was already important. So can you maybe speak of like how your family dynamics impacted your music choices or like the way that you navigate as a producer as well?
Well, it was a lot of us in my father's grandmother's house. You know, my father played drums, so like everybody had their own like music selection of certain people in the house. So like when it came to like my grandma, it was like Luther Vandross for sure. It's like Jesus in the house, you know what I'm saying? My pops, it was a lot of people with him, you know what I'm saying? Like he gave me mad people, like from Nas to Jimi Hendrix to Linkin Park. Like just a lot of these people I listen to because of him, you know what I'm saying? And then like my auntie, she loved Phil Collins, so like that was in the house. So it's like it's so much shit like Michael Jackson. It's like niggas like Michael Jackson you couldn't even like speak on, like, you know what I'm saying, in my house crazy. Like, you know, it's just I had a super musical home, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my father played drums, he was in a band, like marching band, full ride scholarships, like Texas Southern and shit like that. So like he would take me to like marching like you know, like the marching battles and shit like that.
Oh, like drumline battles.
We go to Texas and shit, like go watch.
Yeah, because it's big in the South. It's big in the South off the colleges. Yeah, real. So you could almost damn near say that like rhythm and beats is in your blood.
Yeah, I had like rhythm was automatic for me. Like before I even touched MPC or anything. Like.
And it's funny because I was just about to ask that question. So like, I mean, I already know because I've watched your journey as a producer, you know what I'm saying, from start to now. And I definitely feel like you have your own swing, you have your own pocket. And I would just say, like, how could you advise someone who's maybe just starting to produce on how to transmute on an alchemical sense? You feel what I'm saying? Like how to really turn that soul inspiration into beats. Like, I know me personally, part of it is finding, you know what I'm saying, like the right tool. So what are some of the tools you use, And then what's that process like for you?
Studying, like get on YouTube, get on Google, and look up what you want, because like niggas may say all these things do the same thing. No, the fuck they don't. Like
Real.
I can tell when a motherfucker using a machine from an MPC. I can like hear the sound. Like I can tell when a motherfucker is using a SP1200. It's a completely different sound. Like you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a different workflow. You know what I'm saying? So you used to study and look up and see like what you would actually vibe with. If somebody you know owns that piece of equipment, then go over there and just like, if they allow you to play with it, just go over there and play with it. Like so, but you say like what I use and what's the other question?
And then like what's that almost soul level process of like turning? You feel what I'm saying? Like does it just come through necessarily repetition? I know you said
for a long
inspiration.
time, like you know what I'm saying, you would try to do this, try and do that, but my best advice is to not try and just play with the sounds presented to you at the time. So like when I come, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I don't turn my shit on, NPCs to Ableton, the laptops and stuff, and like, you know, I just start going through my soundscapes or, you know what I'm saying, catalogs and stuff, and then I might start hearing stuff, and then I play what I'm hearing with, you know what I'm saying, I go from there, just keep evolving on. Like, I feel like if I'm trying to do something, then I'm trying to make a sound that I already heard, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not really being original, you know what I'm saying, so I let my subconscious just make shit, like, to be honest, like, I don't, like, when I step in a room, I don't know what's about to happen, like, to be honest, like, I just whatever I'm presented with, you know what I'm saying, like, that's why, like, you should, like, you know, that's why I try to do it every day, because what I make at 6 o'clock, I'm not gonna make at 3 o'clock.
Because you're really just catching the flow
It's
of
a
the
mood.
moment.
It's like a diary sound feeling at that exact moment. Like it's like a sound diary. So I just, however I'm feeling that day. That's why I can't really like force no beat on a rapper, because literally like they'll hear a beat and that's literally them hearing how I felt that day. You know what I'm saying? So they might not be on that wavelength or like feeling that way that day. They just might, you know what I'm saying, be on some whole other shit. But they could be on that like a week from now and then hear that same beat and be like, you know what?
It hit.
I might write to that, this and the third. It might be a crazy song just because that's how they felt that day. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy you say that, bro, because I feel like that's similar with my artistic process too. Like, I don't, especially when it comes to painting, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I try to clear my palette as much as possible, so that way whatever happens spontaneously in that moment, you feel what I'm saying, kind of comes through unfiltered. Because I feel like that's how some of my greatest change and some of my greatest evolutions have happened. Not even necessarily just in trying, like you said, but in just being, just in doing. And something else that you mentioned is how your chemistry, you know what I'm saying, interacts with another artist, especially as a producer. So for all the producers out there, I know you personally, bro, like, you are the session king. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're definitely good at bringing out the best in an artist, you know? And I definitely feel like there's a big difference between a beat maker and a producer, you know? So what would you say are some keys to elevating past beat maker and going into the producer lane when working and collaborating with other artists in terms of building and crafting a sound?
I say when you get into the producer lane, you gotta get unselfish, because when you're making a beat, you're making it for you, and it's like, all right, we on this sound, this is what I want it to sound like, this is where I want it to go. But when you get into producer mode, you gotta know what's best for the song. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna sound best for the song. So even though you may have some drums on there, you like, man, I love these motherfuckers. But if it's not the best for the overall song at the end of the project, you know what I'm saying, you might have to scratch and remake them or just do a no drum joint. But I don't know, like, you just gotta know what's best for the song, and you just gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, have confidence in knowing that you're right, I guess.
And it's funny you say that, bro, because even in that same spirit, I feel like that kind of applies to DJing as well. You know what I mean? Because when you're DJing, you're not just playing for yourself. You're really reading and understanding the energy of an audience and then finding out how to cater not only to what they want, but show them things that they didn't even know existed, that they didn't even know they did want. You feel what I'm saying? Until you played it for them. And I feel like that's something that's a line directly between producing and DJing that I see you consistently executing. You know what I mean? So I have to ask you right now, bro, if you were hanging off a cliff if you have one in one hand, one in the other hand, who are you letting go? If you have producing in one hand and you had DJing in the other hand, who's getting let go? Who would you save? Who would you save?
I mean, I've said this from day one. I'm a producer first.
Real.
So like producing, like that's what I care about most. I love DJing. That shit is fun at the end. It's not like my work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yes, I come up with different sets and come up with things like experiences, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, but I don't know, like I would hate to give up DJing because I probably wouldn't be able to be as big as a producer without the DJing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be able to meet like certain people, certain artists, you know, so this and third, because I'd be sitting in my fucking room all day or sitting in this fucking studio all day, like not making no connections, not talking to people, not showing face. You know what I'm saying? So I like, honestly, it comes hand in hand because it's gonna help be outside, even if you're as antisocial as I am.
Real talk. And it's funny that you even mentioned that because I like, as long as I've known you, I feel like now you've opened up so much more as a person. Like, people that might know you now might not have known old Dave. You feel what I'm saying? Old Dave might have hold you quick. You feel what I'm saying? Very fast. Very fast. But I've just watched you kind of master the art of relationships, you know what I'm saying, as you've progressed as well. So can you maybe speak to the importance of, one, just doing good business, and two, just having good relationships, you know what I'm saying, good people around you, and, you know what I'm saying, building the right team.
Well, one, your name matters. For me, it's double that, because this ain't just my name, this my father's name, this my family's name, so like, I don't play with that, you know what I'm saying, like it gotta come with respect, like, you know what I'm saying, and that's on me to make that happen, like nobody else. So.
So even someone who, like you said, might be just kind of trapped in their bedroom and they kind of want to start going out, meeting people, networking, you know what I'm saying, in terms of that, what advice could you give somebody as a complete stranger to a scene, you feel what I'm saying, in terms of being able to immerse themselves without necessarily being on some thirsty vulture leech type of time? Because there's a very big difference, I feel like, between networking looking for a come up and then networking looking to build.
That's all on the person. Everybody know who genuine niggas feel energy. Niggas can know you on some bullshit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want some money hanging out to get a feature type shit, like, you know what I'm saying? You a cornball, like, you know what I'm saying?
Real
like,
talk.
Don't be a fucking cornball, like, at the end of the day. Like,
I feel like that's a bar right there. I feel like it's a lot of cornball activity. You feel what I'm saying, in general.
Like, you know this, anybody who know me, like, know my number one rule, I'm sorry. Never put yourself in a position to get fucking hoed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so easy to, like, stop shit from happening, like, way sooner, like, you know what I'm saying? If you would just, one, think before you act, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, watch how you react to other people, or don't let certain things, like, get under your skin too fast, you know? You gotta grow as a person.
Real.
That take time.
It's so interesting you say that, bro, because I feel like as I've watched you grow as a person, you know what I'm saying, you've kind of gone through different eras of yourself, like different iterations of things that you wanted to accomplish and things that you wanted to experience for yourself. Can you maybe speak on some of the highlights, you feel what I'm saying, of your experiences when it comes to music overall, not even necessarily just producing? I know, you know what I'm saying, people might not know, but you had a definite run as a rapper, you feel what I'm saying? Some people still want you to come back. We you know what I'm saying? No pressure. I feel you. But can you maybe speak of some of the high moments that you've experienced, some of the moments that have stood out to you over the years in terms of where your creativity has taken you?
Well, we could start with France with Nolan. Like, that was insane to see real paper in another place for you. That was a different type of inspiration, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I thank him forever for that, because that gave me, like, the biggest boost Like, get the fuck off your ass, nigga. Like, cause it's real paid. Like, you know, a lot of people be saying like the hip hop and shit like that don't be here in America. One, it's coming back cause niggas want that shit back, and one, it's already here. So like, I hate when people say hip hop is dead and shit like that. So like, nah, hip hop is just fine. This is about to be back in the forefront. Just wait on that. But over there, like Berlin, France, you know, like them niggas love us. You know what I'm saying? Especially Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's paper out there, so that just gave me motivation. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We can try to like, we can keep just making music for music, or we can try to like do some business and like get some pay. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like, I don't want people to get shit confused, nigga. You can love doing music and still get paid for it. Like, people be trying to act like it's like, oh, you only doing it for money. Like, no, it's a difference from a nigga only doing it for money and one, you know what I'm saying, get what he's worth.
You feel what I'm saying? Somebody being about their business.
You know what I mean? Like, cause one, I can make shit all day. Like, I mean, I got like albums of shit like that'll never see the light of day just cause I make music for me. But like some of this shit, yeah, I'm gonna share with you, you know. But like, I don't make everything to share.
Real.
And one, that's like, that's gonna make the difference from the people who like just doing it to like for clout, and just people who actually do this shit. So like, if you don't love making music, you probably should do what you love doing. You know what I'm saying?
Real. I feel like that's really good advice. I remember you just mentioned Nolan, and you know what I'm saying, I know Nolan's been going crazy for years, like low key. If you're not hip to Nolan, shout outs to bro, for sure, tap in. But
Used to be known as Nolan and Ninja.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nolan, but yeah, like.
Let me ask you, like, so who are some of the other Detroit artists do you feel like are standout talents? Because I mean, I already know, like, I've been a fan of Detroit artists for years, like well over a decade, and I've watched a lot of people grow, a lot of people pop from the city. And now that there are so many eyes on us, I feel like people have a certain perception of what Detroit music sounds like now, and a lot of it is like kind of in the trap lane. But I feel like once you really kind of start to tap in and really see, you have to understand we have such a rich and diverse palette of artists. You feel what I'm saying, in our city. So who are some of the standout talents, not only that you've worked with, but that you're a fan of, just people whose creativity you can acknowledge? And we're not gonna try to get everybody, cause like you know how people get. It's not even that.
We can start with the Bruisers, my Bruiser Brigade family. You know, JUS, Bruiser Wolf, Fat Rays, the Loopers, Danny Brown, Quentin Amont the God. You know, shout out my nigga Rafi, Dream Beach, Skywalker. You know, my Bruiser Brigade all day. For sure, they're my dogs, and my nigga Zach. But who else? I say like my favorites wise in the city, Nasai, fucking, I just had all these names. Apropos, Givon. Both of these people I have full albums with, coming probably 2024 more than likely. Who else? Black Hand Side, that's my band, but I'm putting them in there. Who else? Just artists in general. Squid, DJ Killer Squid. I'm a big fan of what Squid is doing. Her clothes to DJing, she doing her thing. That's my sister. I love her to death. See, artist wise. Shit. Put me on the spot, but it's mad niggas in Detroit. That's why I drew a blank. Ian Fink, Ian fucking Fink. Ian, that nigga sweet as feet, sweet as fuck. Shigeto, Nick Speed, that's OG.
Shout out to Speed.
Shout out to Speed. It's mad niggas, man. Like just doing their thing. Yeah, Curtis Roach. Me and Curtis got an EP coming together.
Shout out to Curtis.
Yeah, but shout out, just my Shadow Temple niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Temple.
Shout
out to the Temple. So let me say, like, so it sounds like over the years you've curated, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of different relationships in your life with other artists. What is something that you can say separates a Detroit artist from an artist from any other place? What would you say is unique to artists in our city that kind of puts us in puts us in a different place or a different perspective.
We real particular about our sound and what we do about our shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, back in the day, if you know, you know, a lot of roads lead back to Detroit, especially in Motown. People came to a lot of the Detroit producers and Detroit people to, like, fix what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, it's just, I don't know, we work hard, bro. It's a blue collar city, so we gonna take that type of mentality to our craft at the end of the day. That's just how I see it, you know. But like I said, all roads lead back here, nigga. However you feel about it.
That's real, bro. That's real. So for someone who isn't from here, you feel what I'm saying, who might not necessarily have the same culture that we have, what advice could you give to them in terms of, I know you just said working hard, but separating yourself as an artist, you feel what I'm saying, from what's going on around you, and then really being able to show the world your originality and creativity. Because from as long as I've known you, you've never really tried at all to fit into what was going on currently. Instead of trying to like meet something outside, I feel like you've always gone inside and then brought what was already inside of you to the outside in a presentation sense.
You should always do you at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand your city gonna influence you the hardest, you know what I'm saying? But that don't mean you gotta be the stereotypical Detroiter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I am a Detroiter at the end of the day, like born and raised in this motherfucker. So like, but I ain't no, you wouldn't take me for a stereotypical Detroiter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should just do what you enjoy doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoy anime, you enjoy anime. If you enjoy fucking reading Marvel comics, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just, you know, if you enjoy fucking making clothes, nigga, make clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just do what you enjoy doing. Like, I don't know. Some people probably haven't found their niche, but like, once you like get a little inspirational, you know what I'm saying? You'll just, you know what I'm saying, figure it out. You'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going, but don't like be so quick to give up because you ain't seen no quick fake.
Real. And so that just brings up a whole other conversation, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of times there's the paradigm that exists of the starving artist, where people automatically kind of assume like if you're taking a creative path, you know what I mean, you're gonna go broke. And I feel like in the year of 2023, the internet itself has disproven that fact time and time again. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you're a visual artist, whether you're a musical artist, whether you're a performance artist, you can get to a bag some kind of way, but it's definitely on you to make that motion happen and create that platform. If not for yourself, then to find someone who can do that for you in terms of collaboration or having to pay to do it. So what would you recommend to anybody who doesn't necessarily have a backing but has a vision and a goal? You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, like it a lot of people can't make something out of nothing. You feel what I mean? Okay. But a lot of people do have a passion in their heart for creating.
Okay, understand. Okay, you may not have this person for this and this person for that, but do you truly understand that person's job? So how can you hire somebody until you fully understand what that person is and supposed to do for you and what you got going on? You know what I mean? So if you can't really like, you know, shit, I forgot where I was going.
well, I feel like what you were getting at essentially was if you're not already familiarizing yourself with what you need, then you can't expect someone else to fulfill that need for you.
Yeah,
that's 100% real, bro. And I feel like in terms of the value of educating yourself first, putting the power back into your own hands before asking someone else, you feel what I'm saying, to do your work for you essentially, is like imperative in terms of the path of being a successful artist, period. And I feel like a lot of times, even when it comes to rappers, like I can even say somewhat with artists, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people be like, man, I got all this talent, I could do all this stuff. If I just had a manager, you feel what I'm saying? I could really get off.
But what I was getting at, because I had lost my train of thought, was like, if you truly don't understand that person's job and you can't do that same job for yourself at the end of the day, how can you even know 100% what that person's supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So until you fully understand and do it for yourself, you can, then you can negotiate with niggas and be like, I'll be like, yeah, you could do that, but I'm already doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, how you gonna get me here? You know what I'm saying? Unless you got some bigger shit that I don't got, like, you know what I'm saying, that you can bring to the table. Because niggas be wasting cheese on niggas that ain't really doing shit that you already do.
That's facts.
Just to have some manager, just to have a nigga pick up the phone for you. Like, nigga, you can pick up the phone. Like, shit, you can have your cousin pick up the phone and you can still get the pay from it. Instead of paying that nigga, you can get you.
Real talk. Or just give someone around you an opportunity.
Yeah, get somebody around you an opportunity to, like, do the shit you already doing, but don't be paying no extra cheese so nobody ain't doing shit they don't deserve.
That's 100, bro. That's 100. That's 100 for sure. I just feel like, as an artist, bro, it's everything that you said, because there's the creative lane in terms of pushing yourself, you know what I'm saying, to not only produce something authentic, but something that, well, I guess it all depends on your goal, right? Because every artist isn't necessarily trying to be a commodity. You feel what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, know what your goal is. You know what I'm saying? My definition of success isn't your definition of success. Isn't his definition of success. And especially when you get into art direction and like working with other people's art and like, you know what I'm saying, you helping other people, you got to understand what their definition of success is so you can make them feel happy at the end of the day, or educate them enough to know this is the real bag right here. Like, you might be liking this. You know what I'm saying? This, I can take you over here to show this if they want to go that route. That's
real. And it's crazy because there's two things when you said that just popped up in my mind. One, the importance of art direction. And bro, you designed stuff for me. You feel what I'm saying? Way before I started making art. You know what I mean? Can you speak on, one, the importance of the link between music and art, visual art, and can you also speak on what you just said of your definition of success? So what does success look like to Gulley?
Me?
Yep.
Paid. Paid.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
I'm from East Side of Drive. It ain't about paid.
What we doing? What are we doing?
Like, what are we doing? But it's not me. Success, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to tour more. I'm trying to put out more vinyls. I want like mad records. Like, success for me is just being able to stay consistent and having longevity. That's success for me. Like, to be able to like do this when I'm like 70.
That's real. That's real. Because like I said, we all definitely know, like, when it comes to the creative journey, it's definitely not a sprint.
Nothing else but this.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon. When I'm 70, I shouldn't be fucking working at GM.
It's real. It's real.
There's niggas at 70 working at fucking GM.
And I feel like it's not getting better. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at this point, you can't trust the world with your success, with your happiness, or your prosperity. You really have to take that shit into your own hands, 1,000%. So I feel what you're saying with that. And then as far as the other question I was asking, the importance of the visual arts when it comes to the music, can you maybe speak on how you choose some of your visuals, how you kind of curate your creative expression when it comes to people perceiving your brand or your
presentation is everything. So yeah, I'm an anime, comic book, movie watching ass. I'm a content abuser. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I abuse content. Like, I love to watch shit because that's like, I'm in it. I'm in that bitch with me. Like, if fucking Darth Vader's choking niggas up, I'm right next to my nigga. Like, get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting right next to dog. Like, this nigga crazy. Like, it's just, I just try to like give that same excitement with my art to somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember those first time hearing like Madlib and Dilla beats, and you just like, crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to like give you their sound. Like, I want to give you my own interpretation of Detroit, pretty much, or where I grew up and how I like go through life every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I'm just trying to inspire.
That's real, bro. That's real. So let me ask you. So I know you're a heavy gamer. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, ain't no games. I would love to be a heavy gamer. Shit.
What would you say are maybe some of the games you've played over the years that have stood out to you, that have shaped you, that you will take with you forever? Like, what's on your GOAT list? 5. You don't have to get 5. You don't have to get 5. You don't have to get 5. But
alright, Mega Man, Sonic for sure. Those like my shits. Gears of War.
Real.
All of them. I love all of them motherfuckers. That's like my favorite game ever. Like it's just chainsaws and shotguns and snipers and shit. Fun. Halo shaped the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie, I might have to give Halo and Destiny, like they might have to share that spot.
Off the Bungie.
Just off the Bungie, cause like I ain't gonna lie, like you remember like when Halo 1 and then the beginning stages of 2, I wouldn't say now, but like Halo, I mean fucking Destiny 1 and 2 took over niggas' lives.
Yeah, Destiny like dog.
Like
real
that
talk.
shit took over niggas'
Real
lives. So like I can't knock that. Red Dead, that shit was hard. As of recent, Ghost of Tsushima, that shit fucking beautiful. Both the Last of Us games are like gorgeous.
It's I just started playing 1.
Oh my
I just
God.
started playing it.
That's what I'm saying. I can sit here for hours talking about games, but like it's so many that like touch my heart. Like it's some games people ain't never heard of, like Jade Empire. Like that's some shit I used to play on Xbox. Like that was my shit. Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. I'm sure some people remember those games. Fucking Jet Set Radio. Like I can sit here and talk about games. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's my nigga. Forever. All of them. Sonic Adventures 1 and 2. If you were a Dreamcast nigga, you were a real nigga.
Hey, the Sonic Adventures went crazy.
Like,
Oh
my God.
Off the Child Garden.
That's what I'm saying. I miss video games so much, bro. I just feel so starved. The last game I played that I loved, probably Hogwarts. That shit was really fun.
I still have to check it out. My nephew was telling me to go crazy.
That shit was fun.
So Loki, this is just a question I want to know, bro. Like, in terms of specifically fighting games, right? Mm-hmm. You got Mortal Kombat.
My number one fighting game.
You got Tekken. You got Marvel versus Capcom.
It's always. I mean, for me, number one is always gonna be 2 and 3. Marvel versus Capcom. Like those two. Like
Marvel 3 is crazy.
Like Marvel 3 is crazy. That was like.
Well, Marvel 2 was the OG
that was the time we wasn't doing shit else.
We met off the Marvel 3 scrap for sure.
That's when niggas was like, you fucking.
That and the Smash Bros.
Smash Bros for sure, but like yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom, Power Stone. If you know,
the Dreamcast Power Stone, dog.
Shit. Mortal Kombat, of course. My nigga Joe. Shout out Joe Hendo. Hey. That nigga Mortal Kombat fiend.
Big hands.
You probably don't want to fight that man. And in real life. But let me see what else. Fighting games. Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive. We used to get off on
that. The Dead or Alive scrap was real, bro. Mm-hmm. The Dead or Alive scrap was real. Soul Calibur too, for sure.
Soul Calibur was. I like the newer ones. I ain't really feeling.
Yeah,
but
the OG ones. Yeah, PlayStation 1 and 2. Soul Calibur used to go crazy. I'm looking.
We talk about fight games. Fight Night, nigga. I need Fight Night back in this bitch. I need that shit. That shit was too far. Or like, give me a remaster.
Real talk.
I'm waiting on that Max Payne though. I think that's something I'm really looking forward to is Max Payne and that Wolverine. No, they remaking Max Payne 1 and 2.
What?
They might as well do 3. They should just do all 3 in the whole box set so you can play all 3 at once. But that would be hard.
Oh yeah,
They're only doing 1 and 2. But like,
we'll see. Hopefully.
No, I'm buying it, nigga. I'm off it for sure. Yeah, just probably that. Probably GTA. You know what I'm saying? Of course, all the GTAs inspired me. You know what I'm saying? San Andreas, Radio Los Santos, boy.
Real talk, dog. The San Andreas is crazy.
My nigga Ryder. Ryder, not this again. Shut up, fool. It ain't me. Nah, GTA, San Andreas probably was one of the biggest inspirations. Like, but I see, like, that's the thing. Like, even in like middle school, I had like a crazy West Coast influence. Like, even though you may not hear it in my sound necessarily, but
I know
like,
you fuck with Dre heavy, like in the drums for sure.
I fuck with Dre, but Cube is my nigga. DJ Quick, like Snoop, like Cali niggas is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love with that West Coast shit. Like, that shit is the fucking synths.
I feel like that's the connection for sure.
Like, I mean, that's that funk shit that comes from Detroit.
Yeah.
That y'all got from motherfucking George Clinton.
Hey.
And where George Clinton get that shit from? Detroit. All roads lead back to Detroit. Argue with your mama. I'm good. Like, I'm
Close
good.
case.
Close case. You can't argue with that shit. Like, all roads lead back to Detroit. So I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah. So let me ask you, like, so I'm gonna say, again, on the anniversary of your birth, what are some of your favorite projects that you've created, and then what are you working on now?
My favorite projects that I created. Gulley. Because Gulley was like so personal. Like that was a real crazy time in my life, real hard time in my life, and a real exciting time in my life all in the same time. So like that was probably the most personal. But sound wise, I don't know. I still feel like my best project is probably Apropos. That ain't came out yet. I just feel like I just really like took it there with that one. Like just me personally, like nobody else may not feel like, you know, or whatever. I don't know. We'll see when it get dropped. But personally, I feel like that's my best work to date. Just project overall body of work. But you know that shit that's out could be Greed. Like I don't know. Me and Jimbo was on to something to that one. I don't know. Greed. I gotta. Song wise, Black Ice Little Tree. Like I feel like that's like the song I try to top still to this day. Black Ice Little Tree. Like I feel like that's my best beat I've ever done. Like,
And that's on
Gulley.
It's on Gulley.
That's on Gulley. Yeah.
Okay, so make sure, like I said, if you're not hip to Lord Gulley's music right now, tap in with Gulley, tap in with Greed. You heard it from the man. Those are two of his personal favorites. Just had to say that. Because like I said, like bro, like I feel like a lot of people might get hip to like your music now, but they really don't know like how deep your history, not only as a rapper, but
okay,
as a
if you tap in, Don't Even Know Her. That's really? Like that's. I love that one. That one sit close to my heart. Don't Even Know Her. It's some bops on there.
Real
bops on there.
100. So I don't know, bro. I feel like you be in the lab all the time, cooking up. You feel what I'm saying? Like honing the skills, crafting the dojo. You feel what I mean? What are you excited about coming next? Like what are you? I know you just dropped. Now how do I pronounce it? Is it Gazette? Gazette.
Yeah, which means space in German.
Okay.
But it's actually got it from the character from Pluto named Gazette. If you haven't seen
heard of Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto's hard. It's actually a manga. It's super old. It's like a I would say adult version of Astro Boy.
Real? Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It's Astro Boy, like it's literally Astro
murder.
Boy, but it's like an adult. Like you remember when like Ronin Kenshin came out, and then there was Samurai X, and Samurai X was like way gorier than Ronin Kenshin. That's pretty much kind of, I guess, my perspective on it. But like, nah, that's Pluto was hard. I just, I really fucked with. I don't know. A lot of times, to be honest, Jimbo will have art just laying around, and you can do whatever. And so we and him been talking about this run we gonna go off in 2024. And so we was gonna start it with my birthday with Gazette. And so when I got the piece from him, when I looked at it, I had just got done watching Pluto, and just the piece reminded me of Gazette because I don't know, it's just the rage and like, Gazette was a robot, who actually killed a human and started like feeling things, I don't know, I just saw the rage in that nigga, in that piece, so that's why I just called it that. But like even Greed was already named Greed, and that was the name of the piece that Jimbo had, so I just themed it off the music off of that piece, So a lot of times when I work out with Jimbo, it's not a commission for me, it's more so me scoring his art. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times it'd be more so like his idea, I'm just like scoring it, but like I don't know, I might name it or he might name it. I don't know, but me and Jimbo just jump off ideas all the time. That's why like a lot of times I'm mainly working with him. You know what I'm saying? And anything I do, he's consulted on. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I know you take your visuals and, like you said, your presentation very serious. not only just with your album artwork, but with your merchandise as well. You feel what I'm saying? Just with the way you drop projects. So for somebody who might not necessarily have a creative consultant or director, what would you say are the key things to get across to the audience when you're putting out a project or when you're trying to put yourself out there, basically?
Well, before I get to that, me, Jimbo, and my boy Matt of Parlay are working on our own consulting firm for him. So pretty soon, not now, but pretty soon, you know, you'll be able to come to us if you need, like,
get it from the source.
if you need, you know, direction.
Real.
Pretty much. If you need direction on your art, like, and I'm a help. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna like try to make sure I pay attention to what you want at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, your definition of success. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I say you should go about like each person. Like I said, everybody's a personality. Every project's its own like entity. So it's like you gotta really take it for what it is and really take those little pieces you get from it, those little bars, you hearing little things, you hearing certain wavelengths, and it just takes wherever it takes you. I don't know, just try to grab it. Like I try to look at things like when I do my albums, I try to like, it's like, you know how like Goku and them niggas, we have like energy, and it's like a little ball. I try to like shape the ball perfectly until it's like a perfect basketball thing, and it's like until I hone everything in. And it's perfectly formed, then I'll give it to the public. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Thank you. Because I feel like you just definitely broke down how you yourself find your flow. Because literally, it's the process of, like you said, finding the inspiration, understanding and having a knowledge of self, knowing what your goal is, knowing what your influences are, knowing what you're trying to get across, and then bridging all those experiences into one, basically, presentation for not only the world, but for yourself as well. And I just want to say, bro, I appreciate you and I thank you so much for giving us this time today to pick your brain, to understand your process, and to see you in a deeper light and a deeper understanding, bro. Thank you. And I just want to say happy birthday, fam. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we go it up, we go it crazy. If y'all are not hip to Lord Gulley already, make sure y'all follow him. I'm Dog Gulley, one of the coldest producers, one of the coldest DJs, not only in the city, but in the world. Put it on that, period, stamped and official. Off top is love. We signing out, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with Cassette. And stay blessed.
Good shit, man. Thank you, bro. That was wild.
Crazy thing is, your homeboys is playing this record that I'd never heard before in my life. I heard it one time Odie. I don't know if you remember this. We got